Hey everyone, welcome back to the Bleeding Edge Tattoo Supply channel. And today we're doing something a little bit different. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of backstory, so strap in. It's a bit of a video. As you guys know, the last thing I ever wanted to be when I opened up a supply company is a peddler of snake oil. So we kind of have a very strict process that we're not going to carry anything here that we don't use ourselves in our own operating studios. But let me tell you, on the daily, manufacturers are contacting me hoping we will pick up their products. So it is our policy that we're not going to pick up and distribute and stand behind anything that we don't actually test ourselves and, give the bleeding edge seal of approval on. So this is kind of a bit of an R&D video where this is test number 1 on the Ozer Quick Stencil wireless printer. So this is an initial reaction. I just opened it from the box here, got it in my hands. I have no idea whether or not this is decent or not, or how it's going to function, or how tricky it's going to be. So I'm going to be as surprised as you guys are. So let's go through this and actually test it out. And if it's a good product, then maybe you're going to see this added to our catalog. And if it's trash, you won't. So here we go. So it's got a nice fancy metallic pink seal here. I do love the hot pink. Reminds me of my childhood in the 80s. Everything was black and neon colors. Okay. So it's really packed in here. In a box within a box. Ooh, fancy. So that's it. That is the entirety of this portable printer. So it's pretty lightweight, right? Looks pretty simple. I don't think there's too much we can screw up here. Even comes with step-by-step instructions on the top there. There we are. And, ooh, it comes with a rather sexy, velvety carry bag. So, let's test this guy out. Yeah, alright, that's nice. She fits. It's pretty. Alright. We'll just set this guy aside for a moment. Okay. And, oh, isn't that fun? A nice little Ozer key tag there. Couple quick start guides. This is USB. So that doesn't tell us anything, but we're going to find out in a minute. And a USB cable. Okay. Presumably for charging, I would imagine. Alright. Now, this is the part where we're going to cut the video because I'm going to spend a minute or two reading here. Nobody needs to watch me read the quick start guide, but there is a wonderful guide here. Ta-da! Alright, and if we like this, we'll go through this a little bit more step by step for an actual instructional video. Okay, so give me a second here. Okay, so this is not a real deep read. It's just a very simple step-by-step instructional guide. I went through it. I think I know where I'm going, but we'll fumble through together. There is, of course, a much longer, bigger, drawn-out starting guide, which we'll look at in depth in another video. But for right now, we just want to make sure that this thing is going to work and what it's going to work like. So, tells me that once I've plugged it in, which I have, nice little USB cable right there, and when this light is solid green, that she's good to go. So it's charged. Let's give it a test. Now the next step, as it tells me to do, is that I need to download the program Quick Stencil. Okay? So you can get it for Android or for Apple. So it's kind of a great feature. This will print apparently both from your cell phone or from a computer. If you want a direct connect, that works too. So it's the one that has this icon in it. So it looks like a little stencil printer with the word tattoo. Alright, please make sure printer and Bluetooth are turned on. So this is what it looks like when it's installed. Pretty simple, kind of leads me through it directly. And it's already telling me that I gotta make sure that the printer is turned on. So it says to hold this button for 3 seconds. Alright, now it's on. I guess. It's got a red light. Let's make sure that that's not anything horrible. It's out of paper. Okay, cool. But looks like we're on. Connecting. Allow while using this app. Allow. Connect to the device. Good. Connect. Pair. Okay. We are connected. Alright, so we got this guy charged. I've downloaded the app, the Quick Stencil app. I have Bluetooth connected it. They've paired. Seems to be working. Next step, let's step number 5, let's get some paper. So, got some stencil paper here, and it's telling us that we need to remove the protective sheet from in the middle. So, we'll just get rid of that. And it says we also need to remove the back sheet. Now, it says to keep this section up top where everything's all connected together. We don't want to get rid of that, obviously. But let's tear off the back sheet. Alright. Just tears that easily. Get rid of that. And now we're left with our stencil paper looking like this. Okay? Now we're going to put it in with the tracing paper side up into the front, which this is the front, like so. Hey, and it feeds in a little bit and our red light goes to green, so we're good to go. So now I'm going to use the app here to print some images. So there's 2 options, print images and image scanning. So let's just go real simple here. And when I click on print images, there are 3 options. It's got photo editing, so multiple images for batch printing, collage, I can free stitch multiple images, and image splitting, so customize evenly divided images for printing. So, let's go with collage. All right. Click on items. All right, so it opens up right to my photos. 3. Okay, so I've clicked on 3 images here. I don't know if you can really see that. They just go down the bottom, whatever. So I've got 3 images there. I'm going to click done. And now they're up here and I can move and resize them. Ooh, how fun is that? So, I've chosen my 3 images. I've set them on my page however I want them, resize them to the size I want. I chose this, just simple outline of some script, bleeding edge logo, and I used a traditional, American traditional dagger stencil design and a nice black and gray image of Salvador Dali portrait. So 3 different styles of stencils that you might try to do. And we're going to put them all on one sheet here. Okay, so now that we're done with this, I'm just going to hit the print and we'll see what happens. It's printing direct from my phone here. So it's really loud. I hope you don't like working in a quiet shop. All right, so here we are. Let's peel this away. And it looks like we got some pretty decent stencil work. So, yeah, it did pretty decent with the fine line work here. The fine lines. Nice clean lines here for our American traditional dagger. And I mean, as far as like halftone, you know, black and gray, that's going to make a nice portrait stencil if this is the kind of stencil work you like to work with. All right, so I guess the next test is let's see how well this actually goes on the skin. Looks like it should work fine, but let's give it a go. Let's just do this dagger. And we'll grab some transfer solution. Where am I going to put this? I don't have a ton of hair. Okay. And don't criticize the placement. We're not actually going to tattoo this. And that looks pretty solid. I think I would have no problems tattooing that. Okay, so far so good. Initial testing right out of the box, it looks good, it prints pretty clean, it's actually pretty easy to set up and get going. So far I like it. We're going to continue on and really just hammer the crap out of this and see if we can't break it in some way, shape, or form. And if all goes well, like I said, expect to see this guy in our lineup in the not too distant future. So we're pretty excited. I'm pretty excited so far. So it's the Ozer Quick Stencil Bluetooth wireless printer, and it's important to note this is a printer, not a thermal copier. So that's kind of cool, a little bit different. Yeah, stay tuned. Hope you enjoyed that. I know it's a little bit rambly, but thanks for coming along. And come back here and we'll hopefully have a follow-up on how well this goes in real practice. All right, and of course, you know, for anything else that we have coming, definitely check back to this channel and we will keep you updated.